Hey guys, welcome to another stream. I know we normally play Smash Brothers on Friday, but because it's Magic Week, I am sidelining Smash Brothers till Monday. Um, we had closed out with Amiibos anyway, so Smash will return on Monday. Today we're going to do some drafting on Magic Arena. And what drafting is, instead of building your own deck from the cards that you own, you open a pack of cards and then you choose one card from the pack, and then you have to move or send the pack to your left or to your right, whatever the direction. That's if you would draft in person. If you draft online, there's two ways you can draft: with the AI, or you could draft with actual live people in a pod. And you just take turns. Each person only grabs one card from each pack, and then the packs circulate until there are no cards left to be chosen from. Then you open the next pack and you do the same way, but you end up passing it to the opposite side that you passed it the previous turn. And then you just keep repeating that until all three packs have been opened. And then the basic lands will be provided for you, but you can only build your deck based off of the cards that you pulled. Hence the word draft. That's why it's called drafting. I don't recommend it for beginners because in order to successfully draft, you have to have decent knowledge of what cards are in the set and what the cards do. If you're drafting with people, there is a time limit on how long it'll take for you to grab a card. If you're drafting with the AI, you can take all the time you want and read what each card does. I think I might be in the middle of a draft. Draft. Oh yeah, I am in the middle of a draft, so I gotta finish this out before we actually do another draft. Most of the time when I start playing a set, I don't have the cards in the pack. I end up just grabbing the cards that I want to own in the future, as opposed to drafting to win. And you keep all the cards that you end up drafting to. Currently, this is a Wild Drain set. It's like a fairy tale themed. Glass Casket. Exile a creature of mana 3 or less until they destroy the casket. All it does is create a trade token. Okay. Intangible Virtue to give all creature tokens plus one vigilance, but I don't even have any creature tokens out. I just play this 3/3, so I have something to block the Red Cat Thief with. Oh, he's gonna exile my casket? Yep. Can I target this? Yeah. There's so many. White has so many cards that can exile anything for like 3. Alright. Need Ash to go. Unless he gives him first strike or something. Why am I getting blinked? I don't know who this is, but they're messaging me. Hey, Gluttony. I'm not winning this one because I think I drafted more cards for my collection than I actually drafted to win. I can get the Started Knight back. I'm missing Sage enters the battlefield, pay 2 colorless if you do create a sorcerer roll. Chain creature plus 1/+1, and whenever it attacks, describes 1. Yep. Can make her a royal, but it's not really going to do anything for me good. I needed another land so I could cast him or her, but I didn't get it, or the Griffin. No worries. I kind of do want to lose this one just so I can do a draft live. I'm not attacking. Let's see what my friends messaged me with. And he has so many cards at exile. I got nothing. I'll just concede. I wasn't invested in this deck anyway. Let's open my pack. Oh, Dragon Mantle, that artwork looks nice. Oh, good, I got a dual land that turns into a creature. Restless Cottage. I might close out my Steam, because I don't want this blinking to keep happening. Boop. I'm gonna draft with the AI so I can so I have time to explain like why I choose the cards that I choose. Oh, another Restless Cottage in my draft pack. Intruder Alarm. This card was banned. Creatures don't untap during the control's tap steps. When a creature enters the battlefield, untap all creatures. I don't have it, but if it's banned, I don't really want to waste getting it. So I'll go with the dual land, Restless Cottage. Add another one to my repertoire. Now I get to choose another card from the next pack. Gallant Pie Wielder. First strike if he has double strike if 2 or more non-land permanents entered the battlefield under your control this turn. A permanent is a land, creature, artifact, Pretty much, if it's a card that stays out on the battlefield, it's considered a permanent. If it's an instant or a sorcery, it's not a permanent. Belligerent of the Ball, 3/3 Ogre for 3. Beginning of your turn, if 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield, target creature gets +1 power and gains menace until end of turn. There's Uprising, Archon's Glory. Cooped Up. It's a good way to stop a creature from attacking or blocking. Merfolk Coral Smith. Fellow Horseman. I can return a creature from my graveyard to my hand for just 2 mana, and then when he dies, he goes on the bottom of my library. Sugar Rush. Ready to deals X to target creature where X is 2 plus the number of cards in your graveyard that are instants, sorceries, or adventures. Titanic Growth. For 2 mana, you can give a creature +4. And Commune with Nature. It's supposed to be Snow White. Well, if I want to go the black-green route, I'll pick Fellow Horseman. Two-Headed Hunter. Old Brother Dreaming Duelist. 2/2 Flyer. Not using fairies, so I'm not going to be using her. Instinct Blade is added into the battlefield. Destroy target creature and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. There's a lot of red in this pack. Could get her for the mana fixing. She taps for a green, or if I have all green, I can tap colorless and choose black instead. Whenever you cast a spell with mana 5 or greater, create a food token. Destroy an artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. I'll get that. That's a good. There's bound to be at least one artifact or enchantment or creature with flying that I'll be up against. Hey, Crispy. Happy Friday. Another Rat Catcher. Titanic Growth. Quick Study. This spell was bargain. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, then put 2 of them on the top, and the rest in your graveyard. You draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. I'll just pick this. Don't know if I'm going to include it in my deck yet or not. Beginning of your end step, you gain 3 or more life this turn. Get a 2/2 Griffin. I don't think I'm using white in this. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Create a Wicked Roll attached to one of your creatures. The roll is an enchantment. When it enters the enchanted creature gets +1/+1. When the aura goes to the graveyard, each opponent loses a life. I'm going to go with Scream Puff. 4/5 Death Touch. When it deals combat damage to a player, I get a food token. Or maybe I'll go with Ferocious Werefox instead. I can give one of my creatures +1/+1 and trample, and then she has trample herself. With Territorial Witchstalker, be a defender. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, the Witchstalker gets +1 attack until end of turn and can attack until it do not have defender. I'll go with Ferocious Werefox. I'll grab another Fell Horseman. Ego Drain. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an online card from it. That player discards a card. If you don't control a fairy, exile a card from your hand. Don't think I'm going to be using that one. Chain creature gets +2/+2. I can pay 5 to return Bestial Bloodline from your graveyard to your hand. Morduant, Evolving Wilds. that'll guarantee me either a forest or a swamp, whatever I need. I'm going to go with the land. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card. I'll go ahead and grab it. Target creature gets +1/+3 until end of turn and reach. I can untap it. Or the Crystal Grotto. I'll just get the green spell. I could do a lot of creature growth with this. I don't know if I'm gonna put all the Titanic growths in my deck yet or not. Ooh, more spider food. Now we're moving on to the second pack. Oh, I get the black-white version of the land that becomes a creature. Any number of target enchanted creatures you control and up to one other target creature you control each deal damage equal to their power to target creature you don't control. That's a strong card. This pack's pretty good, but I'll go with the Graceful Takedown. Greta the Sweet Tooth Scourge, 3/3. When Greta enters the battlefield, create a food token. I can sacrifice the food to put a ++1 counter on a creature. I can only do this on my turn. I can pay 2 to sacrifice the food to draw a card and lose a life. Greta, you're coming with me. Ruby looks like Red Riding Hood. I think that was her whole design. What's this? Splashy Spellcaster. When you cast an instant or sorcery, create a sorcerer roll and attach it to a creature. I don't own this card, to my knowledge. So I'm probably just going to pick it, because I don't really have any other. Brennan Outrider can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less. Yeah, I'm just going to pick it, because I don't own it. So I'll add it to my collection. Stab Wound. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2 at the beginning of the enchanted creature's controller's upkeep. They lose 2 life. That's pretty good. Is that Humpty Dumpty? Oh no, that's a cream puff that got impaled. Beginning of my upkeep, I reveal the top card of my deck and I put it in my hand, then I lose life equal to its mana. Too risky for this format. Too risky. Turn from the Wilds. Archive Dragon. Minstrosity? That's a candy cane monster. This thing came straight out of Christmas. When it dies, I get a food token. I think I'll go ahead and take it. Let me reply real quick. I gotta let him know I'm streaming. Corvold the Noble Thief. Great treasure token. I mean, I'm not playing red, but I don't own this card. Draw the top 3 cards of target opponent's library. You may play those cards. Oh, you can steal their cards, so to speak. I can definitely use that in a deck in the future. Conceited Witch. And another Great Bombardment from an Outrider. And the last pack. Expel the Interlopers. Choose a number between 0 and 10. Destroy all creatures with power greater than or equal to the chosen number. Well, I'm not using white, but I definitely need this card for future decks. There's another rare. Another white. I wish I had went white now that I've seen these cards, but we're already dedicated to black-green. What's this do? As foretold. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a time counter on as foretold. Once each turn, you may pay 0 instead of paying the mana cost for a spell, as long as the spell costs equal to or less than the number of time counters on as foretold. I don't really care about that. Howling Gale of Fame. 4 mana, 4/4 vigilance. It has haste as long as you own a card in exile that has an adventure. That's pretty good. What does this wolf down here do? Sacrifice a food. He gets +2/+2 until end of turn. I'll take this if it comes back around, but I'm going for the Gale of Fame. Looks like a wolf, but they called it a beast. I could grab another Greta, but she's legendary. I don't think I want 2 of the same in my deck. Sacrifice a food, target player loses 2 life, or go for another Witch Stalker. I'm going to go for the Witch. Feed the Cauldron. Destroy target creature with mana value 3 or less. If it's my turn, I get a food token. Tough Cookie. When it enters the battlefield, create a food token. I could animate a non-creature artifact into a 4/4 until end of turn. That's pretty good. That's one Tough Cookie. I'll get Scream Puff after all, because I didn't grab him. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. Okay. Another Return from the Wild. Or do I want the Erechi's Tempting Apple? When this battlefield, gain control of a creature until end of turn. Untap that creature, it gains haste. I can sacrifice the apple to gain 3 life, or I can sacrifice it to have target opponent lose 3 life. We'll go with Return from the Wild. Or Spider Food. Toadstool Admirer. That was loud in my ears. Scream Puff. Witch Stalker. Oh, that wolf did not come back. After drafting your final card, common and uncommon cards that exceed the 4 times collection limit increase your vault progress. Okay. Now we do trim the cards that we're not using. So I'm already going to take out the blue, the red, and the white. Alright, that leaves 48 out of 40 cards left. You can play with more than 40, but I usually, if I can't make a decision, I keep it at 42, the maximum. So now it's time to trim. Look at the top 5 cards of my library. I can reveal a creature and put it into my hand. Don't think I'm going to need that. Definitely keeping Toadstool Admirer. He starts off, I can cast him on the first turn. The opponent has to pay 2 to target him. And if I get him in the late game, which is like when people have a lot of land out, every time I pay 4 mana, he can get a +1/+1 counter. So he can grow into a threat. Minstrosity, I'll keep. He's definitely keeping that. Seasons of Growth, I don't know if I'm going to keep yet. I think I'm going to keep the 2 wolves. I'm going to chop down to 1 Titanic Growth. Tough Cookie stays. This stays. Dark Tutelage gets taken out. It's too risky. That's my removal card. That's a good card. That's a good card. I use those to search for my lands that I need. 3 Spider Foods is too many. I'm going to drop it down to 2. Verdant Outrider, I'll drop down to 1. He's not really that good of a card. Scream Puff, I'll drop down to 1. I don't need a lot of 5 mana in this deck. And whenever you cast a spell with mana value of 5 or greater, create a food token. I'm not going to have a lot of 5 mana or greater, so he goes out too. And that gives me my 40. And we can hit done. And at any time, you can edit your deck between rounds. Hey, Lunda. I'm going to go let my cats out for a second. Tonight's stream is not going to be that long. It's not going to be any more than like an hour and a half. So we'll just play as many games with this deck. See how it does. You can lose up to 3 times. On your 3rd loss, then your challenge is over. And down here's the win bar. If you get 1 win, you get 100 gems in a pack. You have a 22% chance of getting a bonus pack, and with each win increases the chances of getting more prizes. Gems are used as like discounted coins, and some things in the game can only be bought with gems. And it's mostly like if you want to play some sets that come out earlier than others. Excuse me. Season of Growth. I think next I'm going to get a land and put a human in play. 1/1. Or do I play the Witch? I don't need to grab a land yet, so I'll play the Witch. Well, she's gonna get exiled. Bye-bye. But I'm gonna destroy it with spider food. And I get another food token from it. Then I'm gonna put a Wicked token on the Sweet Tooth Witch, boosting her up by 1, and when she dies, the opponent will lose a life. Minstrosity. Why does it have trample? Because Garruk's Uprising? No groups wrestling in this battlefield. Why does it have trample? Oh, creatures you control have trample. Duh. I could kill it with stab wound. I think that's what I'm going to do so I can attack without the witch dying. He ate his food, gaining him 3 life. Ooh. That thing is large. I'll play Scream Puff. That way if he attacks, Scream Puff can block it and they'll take each other out. I'm hungry. What does this do? There's a battlefield, create a monster will attack the target creature. Oh my god, now it's an 8/8? Why is it so large? Oh, enchanted creatures get +1/+1. That's okay. As long as I keep Scream Puff down there, I can still kill it. How many creatures in the graveyard? No. I'll play my Conceited Witch. I could attack with... No, it's not worth attacking with Scream Puff. I need it as a blocker. It's time to start sacrificing food. Sky Beast Tracker. Up the beans. Stop. How many cards are in this deck? 21. And we got 24. Put target permanent card from your graveyard on top of this library. Oh, Grasp of Fate. Yikes. This card's coming back. I'm gonna use it on Scream Puff. I know we have another we do have another, what's that card called? Spider Food in the deck to destroy the Grasp of Fate. Oh, I'll definitely block her. I'll take the full 8 there. Well, beloved dub dub. Oops, I didn't realize it was my turn. Sorry, guys. And sorry to my opponent, Kaopra. Ooh, Titanic Growth. Three flyer when enters the battlefield, create a royal attached to one of your creatures. Flying might hurt us. Yes, we got our next spider food. But I think I'm gonna use it on Charmed Clothier now. Ooh, he's attacking. I'm blocking with Toadstool Admirer and Fellow Horseman just in case he has some trick up his sleeve. Ooh, he had Titanic Growth as well. Can't really comfortably attack into him yet. Turn target land or creature from your graveyard to your hand. Oh no, the giant's coming back. If he taps land for mana, he gets to add 3 mana of any color instead of 1. 3 times as much. He only has 15 cards left in his deck. I don't think we're going to be able to kill him, so I think we just have to put up a defense to stall him out. And then he'll draw all the cards in his deck and lose. Now he's down to 12. Tough cookie. Turn my food into creatures. He has another Titanic Growth. Let's see. That would make it a 10-10. I'm just gonna dogpile all my riffraff onto this thing. Pickle Rick, Wanda. Pickle Rick. Oh, the creature's gonna come back from the battlefield after death. How cute. Verdant Outrider. Not gonna do us any favors. Another Sky Beast Tracker. I don't have anything to block flying though. Sacrifice some food to stay alive though. I do have to survive for at least 10 turns. I'm not even going to play this land. So if I pay 2, can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Well, he has this 7/7 trample. That's not going to do me any good at all. More land. No good. Eight turns to go for him. Flying. It has lifelink as long as you control another fairy. Pay 3 mana to give it +1 attack until end of turn. That can be a problem. Monstrosity. Give me all the food. I need all the foods that I can get right now. This is gonna hit me for a lot. Baronati is gonna be the reason I lose. Nine in the air. Ten in the air. That's gonna really hurt. I think I lost. $12 in the air. Definitely gotta sacrifice some food now. This thing should count as food. Yeah, he played a little donut emoji. I'll save him the time. I'm gonna go put my dinner in the oven. I'll be right back. Forgot to turn the oven on to preheat, so I gotta wait even longer now. don't have any green. I got a mulligan. There's green. Calling Gelfing, we'll just get shuffled back in. Sometimes my mouse is funky. I'll go to click on a card and hold it and drag it. One or more counters will be put on creature control, okay, if one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. Why don't they just say your creatures enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter when counters are put on them? Get a spider food, the glass casket. Now we're gonna make Greta wicked. Of course he has another glass casket. Definitely gonna stab wound the voracious vermin. Every time a creature dies, the vermin gets +1/+1 permanently. Now Tough Cookie. If Tough Cookie survives, I'll be able to animate my food and attack the heck out of the curator. No, don't hover over Tough Cookie. Leave him alone. You're gonna do something, I see you. Hovering over your card, and there we go. Bye-bye, Tough Cookie. There goes my win condition. We lost this one as well. And I've drawn nothing but land. Sacrifice all food. Get fat. Just gonna eat myself to death. I'm just gonna concede. This deck's not good. Double glass casket really hurt me. We lose again, that's it. We are out of this challenge. Got Greta again in the starting hand. Hopefully she can live. When 2 or more non-land permanents, they get +2 to their toughness. What can spider food target? Artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying? Or I could just create a food without having a target. It's weird. So I want to search for land. We're going to. I'll play Greta. Because I still have a forest in my hand. Sometimes, yeah, that's just how RNG is, Crispy, sometimes. Or we might have the perfect play. We might not have the perfect play. The opponent has an even more perfect play. So let's make Greta monstrous. And we shall attack with it. Or mice. What does this do? Enchant creature gets +2 to their power. 8 damage to me. I'll go ahead and eat this food to mitigate the damage that I've taken. Definitely get more food and a blocker. I won't attack this time. An unassuming sage enters the battlefield. You may pay 2. If you do, put a sorcerer roll attached to it. You're going to attack. Miguel, what have you? He probably knows what I'm up to. I am sitting on a Titanic growth, which would make Greta an 8/8, and she could kill anything that would attack. He's not away from keyboard because his hand lit up, which means he moused over his cards. Your time's running out. You better make a choice and commit to it. Ooh, 2 spider foods. I'll have spider food. No, I might save it because this isn't really doing anything. Play the Werefox. Yeah, Werefox is the better play. And I can sacrifice the food to make somebody larger. I'll make the Werefox larger. Whenever a creature with power 2 or less attacks, Radiant Bombardment deals 1 damage to the player that it's attacking. And Grand Ball Guest gets +1/+1 and trample as long as 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield this turn. I can comfortably, well actually, my little 1/1 villager will be sacrificed. I'll crush these mice. Oh god, he's got a flyer, Decadent Dragon. Ooh, I can get any number of target enchanted creatures you control. And up to 1 other target creature can reduce damage because of its power. Oh, Spider Food could just take it out. I'll use Graceful Takedown on the Sage. Alright, we finally got a W with tonight's draft deck. Guaranteeing us at least 1 pack and 100 gems. Guess I'll keep this hand. It's kind of risky. At least I'll have a Witch Stalker to be an early blocker. Season of Growth, I'll be able to scry and draw a card by making it wicked. Oh, cool, we got twins. What does this do? When it enters the battlefield, if it was bargained, exile target artifact or enchantment. He didn't bargain, he didn't have anything to bargain with, so I don't have to worry about it. Starting Financier. Beginning of your upkeep, if an opponent controls more lands than you, you get a treasure token. Pay 3, choose another player. That player gains control of a treasure, and you draw a card. Do I play it on my Oof or the Witch Stalker? I'll play it on the Oof. Definitely leave that card on top. He's got the Unruly Catapult that he can block with, so it's not worth attacking yet. Ruby. Uh-oh, he can tap down one of my creatures with the Frostbridge Guard. Oh, all his creatures have power 2 or less. I do need another forest. All the horsemen. All the king's horsemen. Oh, he does have the mana to tap it. Okay. Ooh, destroy target creature with mana value 3 or less. It's definitely going to be this tapping Frostbridge Guard. Oh, I'm gonna put Stab Wound on the Unruly Catapult. Why didn't he bring the Tapper back? I would have brought the creature that taps back instead of the Financier. We're gonna stab wound a catapult. We're just gonna stab it and wound a catapult. That just sounds funny. Oh my gosh. Titanic Growth. Rest in peace, Verdant Outrider. Yeah, Stab Wound is definitely a very useful card. It can kill a creature with 2 toughness or less. And it could also be a slow win condition, because at the beginning of its controller's upkeep, they lose 2 life. They can't do anything about that. And that's GG for them. I don't need the Witch Stalker anymore. Green Puff with Death Touch, saving the day. Ooh, Tough Cookie can stay. And we're gonna make Scream Puff menacing. Putting Tough Cookie into our hand. Yep. And that's one good way to look at Magic. As far as you always need to calculate on your side of the field, how many turns do you think the opponent has to live, as well as how many turns can you live compared to what they have out. Always try to think at least 1 turn ahead of your opponent. And the reason I put Stab Wound on his catapult cannot attack. So he cannot, like, use his creature to hit me. And it would normally force me to block it and kill it. He has to sacrifice his catapult somehow, some way. I'm not going to attack into it so he can block with it. I have access to 2 mana. I'll go ahead and not do anything. What creatures are in my graveyard? None that I should care about resurrecting. Top cookies coming out. I can go on the bottom. I'll play Fell Horseman. I can stay on top. I need some blockers for the long game. He has 6 turns to live. I have 10 turns to live if just from the catapult, because the catapult he can tap to do 1 damage to me a turn. Oh, he's attacking me with everything. What is he doing? He has a card in his hand, though. When Ruby attacks while you control a creature power 4 or greater, she gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Do I have enough mana to animate one of my foods? I do. Alright. He does have that 1 card in hand, though. That's gonna scare me. Green Puff will kill the Toadstool Admirer, most likely, unless he has something special. Let's have the food kill Ruby. Fell Horseman can block the... This is scary. The Oof. And I will take 5. If he has Titanic Growth, that'll be me taking 9. I can't have that happen. I have to lose somebody. The process. I'll take the Fell Horseman back. Fell Horseman can block for 3. Tough Cookie's gonna block here. What has he got? Yep, Titanic Growth. He's going for the kill. Dropping me to 3. I have 3 turns to live from the catapult. And he has 5 turns. I have to sacrifice my food to stay alive. Oh, that can't attack, so I'm good. Play the Witch or the Witch Stalker. I'll play the Witch Stalker. Just for the blocker. That can stay up top. God, does he have a burn spell? What does he have? I'm scared. It's gotta be an instant or sorcery. Yep. Who's he returning? Oh no, he's returning the Troublemaker. Oof. What enchantments do I have that he could destroy? Oh, he didn't bargain it. Never mind. He can't. Why did he return that? He could have returned. Weird. Why didn't he return this? Gain life so I can comfortably make decisions. Gonna return Tough Cookie to my hand from the graveyard. Is this an instant? No, it's a sorcery. He has 3 turns left to live. I have 6. I now have 9. What can I destroy with spider food? Nothing has flying, so I'll just sit on. I'll sit on spider food. This card has really helped me out because it keeps me from drawing land that I don't need anymore. Every time I play a creature, I can look at the top of my deck and then put it on the bottom if I choose to do so. Glad I got the food back because he's going to do 1, 2, 3 damage to me if he attacks with these 3. The witch. I can go ahead and spider food raid bombardment so he doesn't have any tricks up his sleeve. Give me more food to survive the next 2 turns. Stab Wound had done all the work for me in this match. GG. I'm going to play one more before calling it a night. Hey, Tracy. Okay, I don't have any green, but I can play the Monstrosity. I don't know if I should take that chance. I'm not taking the chance. Alright, that paid off. Once again, Howling Gelfane goes into the deck. And I can play every card I have. And then enchantment enters the battlefield under his control. You can scry 1, you can pay 3. Slumbering Keep Guard gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each enchantment you control. I could just take him out right there. But no need. Let's get a 1/1 human and another land. Well, I have 2 swamps, so I need another forest. You can pay 7, sacrifice Knight of Sweet's Revenge. Creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. Well, it won't have haste, but I can attack with the Witch Stalker. Oh, I should have attacked with the 1/1. Either force him to trade the small creatures and get an extra damage in. There's a card I used last game to filter out. Whatever creature he plays, I probably will be able to kill it with Graceful Takedown. Oh, not the grass card. Oh, I can Spider Food it. No worries. Obviously, you want to choose this one, bro. Spider food, spider food. Yay, he's trading. Oh, he said never mind. Tap target creature and put a stun counter on it. Okay. T-Guard, you're going down. Red Tooth Genealogist. Ward 1. Witch Stalker has got him down to half his life total. By itself, it's not a good card. Reindeer. Whenever enchantment enters battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. Now he has a large creature. I need Scream Puff. That's what I need. Or Stab Wound. Perfect timing. I'll Stab Wound his 2/3. Now this thing can't damage me, and he has 5 turns to live. I just have to survive for 5 turns. Well, he has food he can eat, so he can last longer than 5 turns. I do have to take that into consideration. What's this card up here? Sacrifice food, he gets +2/+2 every turn. I will take this elf out. Or make my Witch Stalker monstrous. I feel like Rita Repulsa. Make my monster grow! Glass casket. There goes my Witch Stalker. You were a good boy, Witch Stalker. Werefox or the Horseman? Horseman. Two turns. Food will save his life though. If he uses this, all his creatures will get +2/+2 until every turn. Does he sacrifice the food? No, he just sacrifices the enchantment. I want him to sacrifice his food. What is this? Titanic Growth? I got the Titanic Growth. Ooh, I think I just won. No, he has the food. Good thing I double checked. If I were to attack with both creatures, he would block the biggest one, and then I would lose the stab wound target. Then I forgot that casting him is double green. I don't have any more green to cast Titanic Growth on this turn. He's eating 1 food, granting him the 7. Now he goes down to 5. Gonna have to sacrifice his other food to take out my Galefane. This should be a wolf. He has no more food left. Exile up to one creature. Oh, I get the creature back in 2 turns. His last turn, unless he can gain some life. Our creature gets +2/+2 and flying until end of turn. Oh, I hope he doesn't get double strike. +1/+1 double strike. I can't block him right now. He flies in the air. What's this one card? That's all that matters. He's looking through his graveyard. Okay. No life gain for you. Well, this concludes tonight's stream. Everybody, thank you for coming in. Thanks for joining. I'll let you know in the Discord if I am able to get all 7 wins with this deck or not. Tomorrow I will be going over the 2nd expansion from Magic the Gathering called Arabian Nights. So we won't go on a raid tonight. We're just going to end things here. Once again, Crispy, thank you for the commentary as well. Thanks for talking. Lunda, thank you for being here. Gluttony, thank you for showing up earlier on. And anybody else who is watching and lurking or who will watch this video later, I will be doing more Magic content even after Magic Week ends. I will try to make it a permanent part of the channel. So until then, enjoy your weekend and have fun. Be safe. Take care.